everybody, and welcome back to the Math Puzzle Crash Course. We have got a little simple problem here. It's a 5 plus 3 times 2. And I'm not so concerned about working through it normally as we do in some of the other problems, but I want to cover this topic of why do calculators give different answers. And the reason I do that is because I'll see a lot of people give an incorrect answer for this problem. There are a lot of people out there who have forgotten the order of operations, and they'll pick up a cheap calculator. They'll type in 5 plus 3 and get 8, and then that takes 8 times 2, and they'll get 16 for the answer, which is incorrect. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about the different kinds of calculators that are out there. A lot of cheap calculators, even the Windows Standard Mode calculator, they work in what's known as immediate execution mode. And a lot of people don't understand that, but it's a mode where each operation is carried out as soon as the next operator is pressed. So in other words, um, the mode's also known as single step algebraic entry system. It's also sometimes known as chain calculation mode. And a lot of cheaper calculators will work in this way. Your scientific type calculators will not. Now, there is another input mode. It's immediate execution mode. I'm sorry. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this mode first um, and go through this example that we've got. Immediate execution mode. And again, the calculator evaluates an operation as soon as you enter it, and then it shows the result. And so how this works is you type two numbers on either side of an operator, like the 5 plus 3, and the calculator computes and displays the result right away. The calculator does not wait for any further input to process that operation, so it's not waiting for you to press the equals key or the equal key button on your calculator. Once that result's displayed, the calculator is ready to accept new input immediately. And so in this example that we had here, this 5 plus 3 times 2, the calculator will solve and give an incorrect answer if you try to enter the entire expression in as it's written. If you try to type it in as 5 plus 3 times 2 and then hit the equal sign, you're going to get the wrong answer of 16. And again, that would be the incorrect way to use this type of a calculator. As I it spells out here, if you enter 5 plus 3, the calculator immediately computes and displays 8. When you enter the times 2, the calculator then takes 8 times 2, gives you 16, which is, again, is wrong. The proper way to enter this into this type of a calculator would be to first take 3 times 2, and then press equals, which gives you 6. Then you would add the 5 by entering plus 5 equals. Then you will get the correct answer of 11. So it really comes down to these types of calculators are good, for adding and subtracting, but they're not meant for entering in a mixed operations expression. It doesn't, using a calculator like this incorrectly does not confirm an incorrect answer. Now we move on to expression mode, which is if you've got a cell phone calculator, you've got an Android or an iPhone, and you have a calculator app built into it, they are set up for expression mode. And it allows you to build and edit an entire expression step by step. It evaluates the expression when you explicitly request the result, which typically means pressing an equal button or the equal key or some specific command. Like on a calculator, you know what the equals button is, the equal sign. So when you press that equal sign, it then evaluates the entire expression, which is much different than immediate execution mode. And again, we are only talking about input methods for calculators. We're not talking about whether the order of operations is valid or invalid, or whether you just solve everything left to right. That question's already determined. Order of operations applies all the time. We're just talking about calculator input methods because they do differ. It's confusing. I understand that, but you need to understand how they work. Otherwise, you may be getting the wrong answer. So again, here you enter an expression or series of operations, and the calculator may not show the final result until you complete the expression. Um, So what it does is it allows you to have complex or multi-step operations. You can construct an expression with a multiplication, addition, subtraction, division, any combination of those, and mix them together, and you can hit the equals button, and you're going to get the correct answer. So here in this example, if you enter 5 plus 3 times 2, the calculator will show 5 plus 3 times 2. It'll show that whole expression, and will only display the result after you press the equal key. At then that point, it will evaluate and compute 5 plus 6 equals 11, which is the correct answer. And you might even be able to modify parts of the expression before you hit the equals key. A lot of calculators will allow you to edit. And I can show you a quick example of that. It's very confusing on a Windows computer. This is a Windows 10 machine. This also applies Windows 7, other earlier versions. But the standard mode calculator works in immediate execution mode. And I can show you that just by, um, we can actually look at this and show you that. I may have to turn off the pointer for this. Let's see. Yes, I do. Okay. So we'll go ahead and play the video that's attached to this, and you can see what happens. All right, 5. We're going to enter 5 first. We hit press 5 plus 3. Look, and then look at that. As soon as I hit the multiplication sign, it added 5 plus 3 together. Now, this is not the expression. What the last thing you saw, now we go, you saw here, I'm going to pause it. All right, we're going to pause that and just back up the video here because it went a little bit fast, perhaps. But you can see what happened is it added the 5 plus 3 and gave us 8. And then as soon as I hit the multiplication sign is when it evaluated the 8. And then when I multiplied by 2, it's saying 8 times 2 is 16. Well, this is not the expression that we entered. We entered 5 plus 3 times 2. We did not enter 8 times 2. So you can see what happened here. We don't even have the original expression because what it did is it immediately executed each operation as they were entered. It immediately did the addition and ignored the order of operations. That's just how that mode works. And I understand that's confusing. Now let's move on. We're going to switch it to scientific mode. All right, 5 plus 3 times 2 equals. Look at that right there. You see the entire expression. 5 plus 3 times 2 equals. And it did not evaluate the expression until we pressed the equal sign. And so we get the correct answer here because we're working in expression mode. So I hope this has been helpful. Please be careful what type of a calculator you're using. If you're using a little dollar store calculator that you bought at the checkout of the grocery store, or even if you're using the standard mode calculator on a Windows computer, you're going to get a different answer, and you're going to get an incorrect answer if you try to enter the entire expression and then press equals. And like I said, Microsoft does not really do a very good job of explaining that. It's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. But I hope the video has been helpful. Please consider liking, sharing, subscribing. We've got almost 300 videos online right now with lots of common problems, a lot of order of operations stuff, some algebra, etc. So hope everybody's having a great day. Catch you all in the next video.